What is up, guys? MACABESPEED coming at ya. In life and air guns, things don't always go as we anticipate. I had planned to bring you an absolutely incredible shootout episode between the FX hybrid slugs and powder-coated FX hybrid slugs. I did all of the due diligence of getting everything ready, getting everything put together to come out here a billion, zillion, trillion miles away from my house to come to the range, and I forget two key pieces of equipment. As you can see, I've got the lack of bog pod in front of me, which means we ain't going ELR. And I've also got one often undervalued piece of equipment, a riser, also missing from the range today. So I won't be able to put a scope on it. It eliminates all accuracy testing pretty much out of the gate. What we will be able to do for you guys today is go ahead and see exactly how well the Blitz Razorback fiber optic sight actually works on this rifle with no optics. The only thing that I'm gonna go ahead and use for you guys in this test is gonna be this iron sight and my own shaky hold. You know, we'll see exactly what real world, real accuracy from MACABESPEED would look like at 25, 50, and 100 yards using nothing but this iron sight. Like I said, I know this isn't the super FX slug testing episode you guys probably anticipated, but I think it's gonna be a good one nonetheless. Let's get right into this. Well, the first mag I have loaded up is just standard issue pellets. JSB Hades to be exact. Fire. I don't think I could have asked for better on my first shot except for my target to stay in place.
Stay.
Let's try this again. Pretty good. How many rounds I got left? Like 5, 6? Let's go ahead and take what we know and apply it and see if kneeling offhand I can hit those field target animals. They're so small, dog. I don't think we're gonna have good luck shooting small targets that I can physically barely see at 25 yards with no feedback like we have on that splatterburst target. Let's go ahead and rage quit the rest of this mag and then get on to the next one. Only 2 in there. All right, guys, what do we learn from that first waste of ammo there? We learned that my iron sight on this specific rifle with this specific print is shooting just a little bit high into the left. It's grouping there consistently enough to where offhand, with my own shaky skill set and my own poor eyesight, I feel like it's actually doing exactly what this was intended to do, which was give you a manual backup iron sight in the event that your optic took a shit on you, or if you're MACABESPEED, you leave your riser at home. Can I see the 50-yard targets right? I mean, I've got these FX hybrids loaded up. I don't know if they're gonna be accurate, but we can give it a shot, huh? Let's move the camera. Now, let's add a little bit of spice to this episode. I don't know whether or not this is gonna connect, so let's just dump the mag and see. Works. I will say that these magazines run significantly better than the original 16-round Hatsan magazines. I also think I was definitely close enough to scare it. I'll have to look at the footage when we go home and edit this, but I'll have to look at the footage to see exactly what kind of accuracy we got. Send it back to semi-automatic and see if we can actually connect like we intended. Out of ammunition. God, I should have rage quit that halfway through that mag. To absolutely hit every single place on the globe and not my target one time that I could physically hear, quite a disappointing result. But you know what? I think the rifle's really giving it what for today and running exactly as Hatsan anticipated. Now I'm just going ahead and using this magazine like I would any other factory Hatsan magazine, and giving her the old wind with the tool that actually comes on the rifle. Then I put the first round in and it holds the rest together. It's going to be a great tool for those of you guys who might have a little bit smaller hands than me, or potentially not the same dexterity, whatever the case may be. These springs are stout, and this tool really is an asset to make sure you're winding the spring, not just pulling the belt. If you're pulling the belt but not winding the spring, it will jam every single time. So you're only going to want to load this by using the key supplied from the factory. 174 bar, so that's actually pretty good. Multiple magazines dumped. Small magazine dumped as well, trying to get our bearings as far as sighting concerned, and still at 175 bar. That's pretty solid considering we only started out at 250. People lose sight of that sometimes. This is not a 4500 PSI rifle. This is actually a 250 bar gun, which is actually 3650 or so PSI. Now, one thing you guys are really gonna wanna keep in mind as far as the rate of fire and this magazine sizing itself is the fact that if you fill up 4 of these magazines, chances are you've gone through more than 1 tin of 30 caliber pellets at the 100 count. So definitely there's positives and negatives to having large magazines. We're about the 175 bar mark at this point, and I'm gonna see if I can't empty out both magazines for you guys. Suppose I should move that camera, huh? Otherwise you miss everything. All right, guys, we've run out there, we've moved our camera, we got our heart rate way past 100, and we're ready to go ahead and continue on the next couple of magazines of Vortex strikes. I will definitely say this. Every single issue that I personally noticed, as far as Hatsan having with their original circular style factory magazines for this Blitz, have been remediated with this secondary release of the larger capacity magazine. Fun switch activated. Let's walk it in. Oh, hits, bro. Hits again. Good, I know my hold. The best pieces of wisdom I ever heard about using iron sights was aim it to the left a little low, son. Aim it to the left a little low, because the old iron sight fires high to the right. So aim it to the left a little low. That's everything you need to know right there about Kentucky windage. Thank you, Core Blunt. And fire. We did every single thing that we came to do right there. All the right noises were made. All of those hits were registered. The fog of war is out there in an actual dust cloud generated by fully automatic fire. God, and the smiles per gallon right now cannot be replicated with anything else in my collection. This is why I will always be Mr. Blitz. I think it's gonna be a great place to go ahead and end today's episode, but if you like today's episode, give it a big fat thumbs up. If you wanna see more content like this, make sure you subscribe for more with that with that notifications button so you can stay current on that channel as well as when these videos come out. If you really like this video and you enjoy seeing this platform eating up the lead in fully automatic mode, make sure you share it so somebody else can see it. And I'll catch you boys in the next one.